Have you ever been so absorbed in something that time seemed to vanish? That's the flow state. In flow, distractions fade, and every action feels effortless and natural. Athletes call it being in the zone. Musicians, writers, and coders have their own names for it, but the experience is universal. Psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi defined flow as deep focus and energized immersion, where time disappears. Flow isn't just for elite performers. Anyone can experience it, whether solving a problem or having a meaningful conversation. It's a hidden superpower, unlocking both productivity and joy. When you're in flow, you're not just working, you're creating your own happiness. Understanding flow can transform your daily life. In this video, we'll explore what flow is, why it matters, and how you can find it more often. Let's dive in and discover how to tap into this incredible state of mind. Flow isn't just a fleeting feeling, it's essential for a life filled with purpose and growth. When you're in flow, even routine tasks become deeply satisfying. Flow boosts productivity, helping you do your best work without distractions. It's also a natural remedy for stress and anxiety, anchoring you in the present. Flow accelerates learning when you're challenged just beyond your comfort zone. You grow fastest. These moments build confidence and shape your identity. You become the person who loves what they do, whether it's writing, cooking, or running. Flow doesn't just change your output, it transforms who you are. The more you experience flow, the more meaningful your life becomes. That's why pursuing flow is so important. So what is flow really? It's more than just concentration, it's total absorption in what you're doing. In flow, worries and distractions vanish. You're left with pure, effortless action. Athletes, musicians, and creators all describe this state, where the boundary between you and your activity dissolves. Flow isn't just hard work. It's when your skills perfectly match the challenge. You're not forcing it, you're being carried by the moment. The experience is dynamic, energizing, and deeply rewarding. You're not chasing a reward, the act itself is the reward. Flow is about finding joy in the process, not just the outcome. It's the purest form of engagement we can experience. That's what makes flow so powerful. What does flow feel like? First, time warps. Hours pass in minutes or seconds stretch out. Your focus narrows, distractions and worries disappear. The world fades away, leaving only the task in front of you. Actions feel automatic and intuitive, as if you're on autopilot at your best. There's no hesitation, just seamless movement and decision-making. Flow isn't about ease, it's about your skills meeting the perfect challenge. You emerge from flow energized, not drained. The activity feels rewarding in itself, leaving you refreshed and satisfied. This afterglow makes you want to seek flow again and again. Flow is a state of effortless control and deep enjoyment. That's why it's so addictive. Flow isn't reserved for big achievements. It's everywhere in daily life. Writing an essay, you might hit a rhythm where words pour out and time flies. Cooking a new recipe, your senses and focus align, turning a chore into joy. Exercise, running, dancing, yoga can synchronize mind and body, making effort feel effortless. Even a deep conversation can create flow, where you're fully present and words come naturally. These moments aren't about the activity, they're about your engagement. Flow transforms routine tasks into sources of satisfaction. It's about being present, not perfect. Anyone can find flow, anywhere. Look for it in the things you already do. That's where the magic happens. Why seek flow? Because it's a direct path to real happiness. In flow, you're motivated by the joy of the activity itself, not by rewards or praise. Flow turns everyday moments into sources of meaning and joy. It teaches us that happiness is created through engagement, not just achievement. Experiencing flow regularly helps you appreciate the journey, not just the destination. The activities that bring you flow often reveal your true passions and strengths. Flow is your mind's way of rewarding you for being fully alive and present. This joy is deeper and more lasting than passive entertainment. A life filled with flow is a life filled with purpose. Pay attention to what brings you flow. It's a guide to what matters most. Flow doesn't just make you happier, it helps you build a meaningful life. Beyond happiness, flow is also the secret ingredient to peak performance and productivity. When you are in the zone, you are not just focused. You are operating at the absolute peak of your cognitive and physical abilities. Distractions fade away, your mind becomes incredibly clear, and your work feels effortless. This state of deep, uninterrupted concentration allows you to accomplish more in less time, and the quality of your work is often significantly higher. Imagine finishing a 2-hour study session feeling like only 30 minutes have passed, with a perfect grasp of the material. That is the power of flow. It's the most efficient and effective way to work, This state is also the perfect engine for skill development. Flow happens when a task is challenging but still manageable, pushing you just beyond your current skill level. This challenge-skill balance creates the ideal conditions for learning and growth. As you work to meet the challenge, you are forced to stretch your abilities, learn new techniques, and refine your approach in real time. Whether you are learning to play the guitar, mastering a new programming language, or becoming a better public speaker, the focused practice that occurs in flow accelerates your progress immensely. You master skills faster because you are fully immersed in the learning process. The immediate feedback loop inherent in most flow activities is critical for this rapid improvement. When you are in flow, you can instantly tell if what you are doing is working or not. A musician hears the correct note, a writer sees the sentence click into place, and an athlete feels the perfect movement. This constant stream of feedback allows you to make immediate adjustments, correcting mistakes as they happen and reinforcing what works. This continuous cycle of action, feedback, and correction is the fastest way to build competence and expertise in any field. It turns practice from a repetitive chore into an engaging and dynamic game. For students, this is a game changer. The pressures of exams and assignments can be overwhelming, but harnessing flow can make learning more effective and less stressful. By breaking down large tasks into smaller, focused sprints and eliminating distractions, you can create the conditions for flow. This not only helps you learn the material more deeply, but also makes the process more enjoyable. Instead of cramming anxiously, you can enter a state of energized focus where you absorb information naturally. This makes you a more effective learner and a more confident student, turning challenges into opportunities for mastery. The benefits of flow extend deep into our mental and emotional well-being. When you are completely absorbed in an activity, your mind has no room left for anxiety or worry. The inner critic goes silent, and the stresses of daily life are temporarily suspended. This makes flow a powerful, natural form of mindfulness. It anchors you firmly in the present moment, providing a sanctuary from the mental clutter that so often causes stress. Regularly entering a flow state can reduce overall levels of anxiety and promote a lasting sense of inner peace and calm, acting as a reset button for your mind. This deep engagement also helps to build a stronger and more resilient sense of self. Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi noted that during flow, our sense of self can paradoxically seem to disappear. We forget ourselves in the action. However, when we emerge from the experience, our sense of self is stronger than before. We have successfully met a challenge, exercised control over our attention, and achieved something meaningful. These moments of optimal experience build self-esteem and confidence. They provide concrete evidence of our capabilities, proving to us that we are competent and effective individuals who can shape our own reality. Over time, these experiences help to forge a more coherent and positive identity. The activities that bring you into flow become a core part of who you are. You are not just someone who studies biology. You are a scientist who loves unraveling the mysteries of life. You are not just a person who plays games. You are a strategist who thrives on complex problem solving. Flow helps you identify your passions and build your identity around them. This creates a strong internal compass that guides your decisions and gives your life a sense of direction and purpose. You feel more like yourself because your actions are aligned with your deepest interests. In essence, flow provides order to our consciousness. In a world full of chaotic information and conflicting demands, flow creates moments of internal harmony. During these moments, our psychic energy is focused and organized, directed toward a clear goal. Our thoughts, feelings, and actions are all in sync. This inner order is incredibly satisfying and helps to counteract the feelings of fragmentation and confusion that can arise from a busy, multitasking life. By actively cultivating flow, we are not just pursuing a fleeting feeling. We are actively cultivating and defending a more ordered, focused, and powerful mind. Achieving flow might seem accidental, but research shows it's predictable when specific conditions are met. By learning the rules, you can design your activities to make flow a frequent part of your life. Csikszentmihalyi identified 3 essential components, the 3 golden rules for entering the zone. First, have clear goals. Second, receive immediate feedback. And third, balance the challenge with your skill level. These create a perfectly engaging experience. This turns flow into an active skill. We'll explore these conditions and how to apply them. The most fundamental requirement for entering a flow state is having a clear goal. This refers to having a very specific and well-defined objective for the immediate task at hand. When your goal is clear, your mind knows exactly where to direct its attention. Without a clear target, your focus will drift, and flow will remain out of reach. Imagine trying to play basketball without a hoop. In the same way, your daily tasks need a hoop. By setting mini goals, you create a sense of purpose and direction for your actions. Before you begin any task, define what success looks like. This transforms a potentially overwhelming task into a focused and engaging challenge. This is the first step on the path to flow. With a clear goal, immediate feedback is essential for flow. Clear signals about your progress from moment to moment tell you if you're getting closer to your goal. This rapid feedback loop makes an activity engaging, allowing real-time adjustments. Video games excel at this. Unlike studying for an exam with delayed feedback, games provide constant information, keeping you hooked. Build faster feedback loops into daily tasks. Cooking and playing music offer built-in feedback. For other tasks, create your own systems. Immediate feedback explains our attraction to sports, games, and creative arts. Find or create this quality in your work. Break down tasks, measure progress, and transform work into a dynamic conversation, inducing flow. The third condition for creating flow is the challenge-skill balance. The task must be calibrated to your ability. Too easy, and you're bored. Too hard, and you're overwhelmed. Find the sweet spot. It's about stretching your abilities. This requires full concentration. As skills improve, increase the challenge to stay in flow. Seek new difficulties and step outside your comfort zone. Adjust the task to stay in that focused, productive, and joyful state of flow. Creative activities can trigger flow states but require a deliberate setup. First, eliminate distractions like notifications and social media. Create a distraction-free space to signal your mind to focus. Set clear, manageable mini-goals like writing 300 words. Consistent routines can trigger flow. This could be as simple as listening to music. Finally, embrace the process and let go of perfectionism, especially early on. Build momentum and allow your subconscious to take over. Exercise, especially rhythmic activities like running, dancing, swimming, or yoga, can induce flow. This encourages synchronization between body, breath, and mind. Choose an activity you enjoy that provides the right challenge. Music can also be an incredible catalyst. Focus on the immediate feedback from your body, paying close attention to physical sensations without judgment. This deep connection between mind and body is the very essence of flow in motion. Mundane activities like cooking or cleaning can be transformed into rewarding flow experiences. The secret lies in changing your approach to one of mindful engagement. Take cooking, for example. Treat it like a creative project. Dedicate your full attention to the task. Pay attention to the precise movements. This same principle can be applied to cleaning. Pay attention to the satisfying transformation from chaos to order. Manual activities are all ripe with potential for flow. They offer a chance to engage your hands and quiet your mind. Flow is not just an individual experience. It can also be found in our interactions with others, particularly in deep, meaningful conversations. To find flow in a discussion, you must commit to being fully present. This means putting away your phone, making eye contact, and truly listening to what the other person is saying, not just waiting for your turn to speak. The clear goal is mutual understanding and connection. The immediate feedback comes from the other person's verbal and nonverbal cues, their expressions, their tone of voice, and their responses. This creates a dynamic, interactive loop that can be incredibly absorbing. When you are fully engaged in a conversation, your sense of self can fade as you become absorbed in the shared flow of ideas. The discussion takes on a life of its own, moving effortlessly from one topic to the next. You are not worried about saying the right thing, because your responses come naturally and authentically from a place of deep listening. These are the conversations that leave you feeling energized and connected, where time seems to fly by. By practicing active listening and bringing your full, undivided attention to your interactions, you can turn everyday conversations into profound opportunities for flow and human connection. Learning something new is another prime activity for cultivating flow, especially when you structure it correctly. The key is to break your study sessions into small, focused bursts with visible progress. Instead of setting a vague goal like study physics, aim for something specific like complete 5 practice problems or master the definition of 10 key terms using flashcards. This provides a clear goal and a defined endpoint. Using methods like the Pomodoro technique, working in focused 25-minute intervals with short breaks, can help create a rhythm and prevent burnout, making it easier to maintain intense concentration over time. To enhance flow while learning, it is crucial to find ways to get immediate feedback on your understanding. This could involve using online quizzes that give you instant results, working with a study partner to test each other, or trying to explain a concept in your own words and then checking it against the source material. This rapid feedback loop tells you right away if you are on the right track, allowing you to correct misunderstandings immediately. This turns passive studying into an active, engaging game where you are constantly challenging yourself and seeing your progress in real time, making the learning process not only more effective, but also far more enjoyable. Understanding what destroys flow is as important as creating the conditions for it. Distractions like constant notifications, social media, and multitasking are enemies of focus. Emotional turbulence like stress also blocks flow. Manage stress through mindfulness or exercise. Multitasking prevents deep concentration. Commit to single tasking to overcome this. Finally, a lack of clear goals prevents flow. Define what success looks like before starting. This provides direction and motivation. A common reason we fail to find flow is a mismatch between the task and our abilities. If a task is too easy, you'll feel bored. If it's too hard, it leads to anxiety. Break down intimidating tasks into smaller steps to build momentum. Burnout and fatigue also block flow. If you're exhausted, you lack the cognitive resources for deep concentration. Rest and recharge to replenish your energy. A lack of intrinsic motivation also hinders flow. Flow thrives on genuine interest. Shift your mindset to cultivate curiosity and purpose. Flow is a universal human potential, accessible in our daily lives. The true power of flow is intentionally weaving it into our existence. It can become a lifestyle. It's a shift in how we approach work, hobbies, relationships, and routine tasks. Adopt flow, and you see every activity as an opportunity to create satisfaction. By regularly entering flow, you spend more time in energized focus, where actions and intentions align. You become the active author of your own consciousness, directing your attention with purpose. Flow builds a resilient self, defined by passions and skills, not possessions. It creates a strong inner foundation, independent of outside approval. Flow, as a lifestyle, is the practice of becoming your most engaged, capable, and fulfilled self. Flow holds the key to a more productive, meaningful, and joyful existence. It is a condition we can cultivate in our everyday lives by understanding clear goals, immediate feedback, and the challenge-skill balance. Design tasks and shape environments to invite more focus and engagement, turning the mundane into the extraordinary. Choose hobbies that push your skills, allowing you to grow while being completely absorbed. By paying attention to what blocks and enables your flow, you learn your unique rhythms. As Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi wrote, flow is one of the keys to happiness. By embracing flow, you are learning how to live better,